जयति हरिरचिन्त्यः सर्वदेवैकवन्द्यः परमगुरुरभीष्टा वाप्तिदः सज्जनानां निखिलगुणगणार्णो नित्यनिर्मुक्तदोषः सरस्विजनयनोऽसौ श्रीपतिर्मानदो नः. My dear students, the real lovers of Indian culture, today we are with a good Subhashita. The message can be practiced in our life so that the entire world becomes beautiful and joyful. The shloka today I have taken to put it in front of you is like this. Paropakārāya phalanti vrukṣāः paropakārāya vahanti nadyah paropakārāya duhanti gāvah paropakārārtham idam shariram. The shloka is too simple. Paropakārāya phalanti vrukṣāः. Trees form fruits on their branches. It is just to help others. The rivers which flow water from this bank to another bank, from this place to another place, is just to help the people irrespective of caste, creed, class or gender. The cows give milk not for themselves but for the others. So this body also should be reserved and preserved to help others. This is the message of the shloka. Students, you look at the trees. Trees give fruits. Even they give flowers. They often give leaves also, which are useful to some extent. Not only that, along with these fruits, flowers and leaves, they give shelter to the passengers who move from one place to another place. Even if you want to park your vehicle, someone will charge the parking fee. But trees give shelter to all whoever come and stands near them. So, without taking any shelter fee, it gives shelter and shade to persons. It does all these things. Does it respect anything in return? The trees never expect anything in return to honor them. It itself gives flowers or bunch of flowers to them, and it doesn't expect any kind of garland, or it doesn't expect any kind of fruits from someone. It itself renders fruits to others. So trees are helping others in all the ways. We should learn from trees how to help others without having any kind of expectation. That is why trees grow to higher levels by rendering help to the society. But man, being selfish and being not transparent and keeping eye on the other's property, like a mouse, he goes down the earth, while the trees, by their helping nature, go up and up. Learn this lesson from the trees. Look at the rivers. Can anyone imagine to live without water? One has to take bath. To quell the thirst, one has to drink water. To wear a good cloth also, water is more essential. Without water, one cannot think of even cleaning the clothes. So it helps to remove the thirst. It helps to improve our appearance, and it helps us to take bath and to become much clean. After having helped so much, the river doesn't stay in one place. It moves to kilometers far off to quench the thirst of all the other people. So if anyone proclaims, I am helping all the village people or the surrounding persons, means he has to learn a lesson to broaden his vision. Look at that river. After having helped the people in all the ways, it moves kilometers far off to help all, irrespective of caste, creed, class or gender. So if you are really a helping person like a river, you move far off and help the all who are staying on this earth. This is the lesson we can learn from the river. But river does so much help by giving water which is useful for various purposes. Does it expect any kind of honoring? It doesn't expect anything as such. It moves and removes the fatigues of all. You should follow the ideals of the river. Look at the cows. The cows eat such kind of things which are often having no essence at all. Particularly the grasses, the leaves, the things eaten and left over by the people. It is all the dust or the dirt, but it gives a good milk which is nutritious. Particularly in environmental science class, we will be simply talking about waste to wealth. But the lesson waste to wealth was first taught to the humanity by cow. It takes the waste but gives the wealth to the entire human society, irrespective of caste, creed or class. And it moves from one place to another place. So we should learn such kind of helping nature from the animals. Some people ask, I work hard and I earn the money. Why should I give it to others? Why should I help others? Some people ask like this. It is often said, blood and duddu must be in circulation. If blood doesn't circulate, then it becomes clot. Then man becomes flat. So blood should be in circulation. Then only man will be healthy. In the same way, money should be in circulation. If money is in not circulation, but demonetized, it may be having no value at all. Or though he has deposited in bank or somewhere else, if you deposit 100 rupees and gets 200 rupees after 10 years, for the 200 rupees, the value may be 30 rupees or 40 rupees. Then, what is the use of that money? So, by looking at these cows, the flowing rivers, and the rivers and the trees which are giving fruits, we should learn the lesson, paropakarartham idam shariram. This body has grown up with water. It has grown up with the vitamins given by milk products, and it has grown in such a way by fruits and the vegetables which are given by trees and plants. Why can't we learn the lesson of helping the others? So, paropakarartham idam shariram. Students, I would like to put an incident in front of you so that we can inculcate the theme more stronger in our inner conscious. Near Bangalore, after crossing over Devanahalli, some district is there. There one Purohit was there in Ganesha temple. His duty was to give prasadam and tirtham to those who visit the Vinayaka temple. And like this, his life was running. People come, they have the darshan of Lord Vinayaka, they take prasadam and go off. As the years roll down, one day the Purohit, who felt some more tiresome, was taking rest at the corner on the chair. The devotees who wanted to take prasadam came and asked him, Why you are so much tired like that? He said, I am suffering from some kind of heart problem. I went to the hospital and then they scanned my body and said that I am having heart problem. I don't know what to do. Uh, like that he appealed to the devotees. The devotees who had Satvika Guna thought of helping him. So what they did, they themselves made some kind of a sangha or association. They collected 1 to 1.5 lakhs from all the various devotees and the persons familiar to them. But for the operation it costs more than 2.5 lakhs. What to do? Then they thought of approaching some rich persons in that place. There are some rich persons, even from their grandfather's time they are rich, and the property has been transferred from grandfather to the father and the son, like that, and they were well known, and these people approached him. This is the situation. We have collected much money, but still it is not sufficient. We need 1 lakh more. Being a rich person, a honorable person, can you help us, like that? The person smiled and said, after all, what his age is? The age of the Archak is he has crossed almost 70. How many years he may live? He may live 1 year or 2 years more. And moreover, anyhow, if you spend 2.5 lakhs on him, he may not be having money to purchase the medicines also after the operation or that one. Anyhow, he is nearer to death and he will die. Why should we help? Drop the project. Like that he suggested the persons who approached him. They thought that they were hurt and they said, sir, if you are not helping, okay sir, but don't direct us to drop the project. God will help us from somewhere else. Like that they said, they went off, they collected money from the others, and the Archak was operated, and after having crossed 70 also, still he is more healthy and he is like others only. I am not stressing on that point. My point to stress is the otherwise. The person who denied to help the others by having his own calculations once developed severe chest pain at midnight. He had his own bungalow, he had a car, he had a driver, he had enough money in bank balance or that one. While he was being taken to the hospital, on the way he collapsed. The person who didn't help with some kind of calculation in his life, the property, the car driver, the bank balance, the family doctor, no one could help him. Those who often say, why should we help others, should question themselves that why blood should circulate in their body. It can be stagnant. No. As long as circulates, they are considered as healthy. In the same way, our strength, our money, our facilities, what all we have, share and care, it is always fair. So we should help others. So paropakarartham idam shariram. Assume a flower is there, you won't use it today. Tomorrow it will fade away and its petals will fall down and it will become a dust. Shariram means body, perishable one. If you won't use it for others' help, anyhow this body will collapse without helping anyone, like a flower without being used. So be useful to the society and help the others is the lesson which we can learn from the quotation Paropakarartham idam shariram. If you won't learn from this nature, from whom else you can learn these kind of lessons? That is why it is said, nature is the best preacher, because nature applies it in our life and then it preaches us. Others simply teach and they may not practice. That is why look at the nature. It is the best preacher. That is why it is a great teacher. So decide yourself today only to help the others. Let us see some other Subhashitas next time. Thank you.